Hi, I'm Molly.
And I'm Jamie, and this is our From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast. As the owners of Hired Hand website software, we've been developing websites and creating internet marketing strategies for livestock breeders for the past 10 years.
The majority of our customers are involved in the breeding of registered animals, such as Texas Longhorn, Highland cattle, horses, and white-tailed deer, where the pedigrees are very important. The From the Pasture with Hired Hand podcast examines many of the differences in raising pedigreed livestock for maximum profit. Join us and learn what we're covering today.
So in today's podcast, we will be talking about an event that is coming up. This event has always been a TLBAA event, but was the brainchild of the one and only Mr. Dale Hunt. It's the 21st year of this event and the 20th anniversary of the sale. It's also back in Fort Worth after being in Lawton, Oklahoma for 6 years. Let's bring in our guest.
Hi, Phil. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, Jamie. Thanks for having me.
How are you today?
It's cold, but I'm okay.
Cold. Texas cold.
Yeah, it's under 60, which is really cold. The heater is on, believe it or not.
Wow. Okay. All right. So today we're going to talk about the Horn Showcase, and you are one of the few that are in charge of the Horn Showcase.
Correct. I am on the committee this year.
Perfect. So tell us the date and the location.
This year, the Horn Showcase takes place in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Will Rogers Memorial Complex, November 11th through the 14th.
Okay.
The events itself are the 12th and 13th. Cattle arrive on the 11th and leave on Sunday the 14th.
Okay. And do you want to talk about where, for those people that haven't been to Will Rogers, do you want to talk about where they can unload the cattle and what buildings all the cattle will be in?
Well, at Will Rogers, it's just west of downtown. You exit either University or Montgomery. I would recommend with a cattle trailer going to Montgomery and going north up to Dickey's. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the street right by the new Dickey's Arena. The University curve is pretty sharp. It might not be fun with a cattle trailer at more than 10 miles an hour. We'll be in the Richardson Bass building. There is a pavilion that is mostly used for horse warm-ups and or horse stalls for some of the events at Will Rogers. And they're cleaning it out and scraping the dirt, and that's where a majority of the animals will be housed. And then our bull alley and sale animals will be actually inside the Richardson building. It's a short ramp down to the sale.
And that's the same building that they always have the Eddie Wood sale in? Correct.
It's the same building. The sale pen normally for the Eddie Woods is south of the arena or south of the sale ring. And this year, where the pens will be set up is actually on the north side of the arena. We're not using the sale ring, the normal sale pens. There's another event taking place, and they're going to be using most of those pens.
Okay, perfect. You want to talk about the schedule of events? I know you briefly mentioned it, but do you want to go into a little bit more detail?
I do. So Friday, cattle arrive on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
They can start at 9 o'clock in the morning and then through late evening. They're going to be outside of that 9 to 9 window. They can call me and we'll figure out some way to get the cattle unloaded. Friday morning at 7 a.m. the measurements begin. Breakfast will be at 7:30 for the folks that are going to sit and watch the measurements. There is a hired hand huddle that begins at 9 a.m. Then we break for lunch, probably 11:30ish. The measurements will continue until they're done, which should be probably 5-ish. There is a seminar by Amanda Sears on reproductive success. She owns Paragon Cattle Services in Cisco, Texas, which is on I-20 west of Fort Worth. And then at 3 p.m., Josh Dinwiddie with Plain Dirt Farms will be hosting a seminar, or giving a seminar, I guess, on livestock nutrition and feed value forages. Then again on Friday, the measurements should finish at about 5 o'clock. 5:30, they'll put out the bull alley reception food. And then 6 to 6:30 is really the reception. And then at 6:30, we'll start bull alley. We do have bar sponsors for the event this year. Lisa Baker of Flying L Longhorns and Seth Burns of Lockaloosa Burns Ranch are hosting an open bar. It's a full bar. Starts at 4 on Friday through 8. And then it's a cash bar for those people who want to grab something for the road between 8 and 9.
Perfect. Friday
Yeah.
sounds like a full day.
It is. And Bull Alley is going to be pretty exciting this year. I'm really excited about it. We got some great genetics and a wide variety of genetics and actually some cool relations also. And then we'll be finished with Bull Alley, whatever time we get finished. And then people are free to turn out on into Fort Worth, whether they go to 7th Street or up to the Stockyards and University Avenue, just south of I-30. There's a bunch of restaurants and bars as well down near the TCU campus. So, and then Saturday morning, we'll begin the futurity with the bull classes at 9 a.m. Breakfast starts at 8:30 and is sponsored by Amanda Sears at Paragon Cattle Services. So thank you to her for that. And then the futurity will probably last till 12:30 or 1. We have about 35, 40 more entries. I take that back, 30 to 35 more entries than we did last year. So I'll probably add 45 minutes to an hour to the event. And then after that, we'll break for lunch. And then the sale, should start at about 2:30.
Another full day.
It is.
It'll be a
It's
busy
an exciting
weekend.
weekend. We've crammed a lot of stuff into a little time. So
Yeah. So the TLBAA is the official host of
correct.
the sale.
They
Who
are.
are some of the other people on the committee?
The committee is Lisa Baker, is the committee chair over satellites. Buster Butler is the committee chair over Bull Alley. Adam Clark is the committee chair over the vendors and seminars. And then Seth Burns and Jim Lehrbass are co-chairs of the sale.
Nice. It's a good group of people.
It is a good group. We've had a lot of fun this year.
Good. And yeah, I know you've mentioned a couple of the sponsors. Are there other sponsors that you'd like to mention as well?
There are so many.
Okay.
And I'm going to miss people, so I apologize. We have a lot of sponsors for Bull Alley this year. I think almost every bull that's entered, their owner not only has entered the bull, but also done a sponsorship. So people will be seeing ads regarding these AI certified bulls in the future for the AI herd sire edition. And then again in the summer when they go through the herd sire selection. Cold Copper Ranch, the Smiths are a big sponsor this year. Dale Metz with the Jeremiah partnership are sponsors this year. Chris Clark at Circle Double C Ranch is a sponsor again this year and has some really nice consignments in the sale. He's also sponsoring the Grand Champion bull and female for the futurity this year, which is pretty exciting. Richard Phillips at Bentwood Ranch is a sponsor again this year. Greg Smith at Triple Bar S Ranch is a sponsor again this year. Some other sponsors that we have are Mike Davis of Lucky Mountain Ranch in Llano. And then Kent and Sandy Harrell are sponsors again this year from Harrell Ranch. And not only did they sponsor, they have several consignments to the sale, and they have entered several of their bulls in Bull Alley. Several of their partnership bulls, which we'll get to that list later, I guess. Terry and Sherry Adcox is sponsored again this year. They have a nice consignment to the sale. Josh and Kit Dinwiddie at Plain Dirt Farms are sponsors this year. And he's doing the seminar that I talked about on Friday afternoon about livestock nutrition. And they also have their bull River Forks Raising Cane in Bull Alley for the first time with heifer sex semen. And then Amanda Sears not only is doing breakfast, but she's also doing the measles 2849 sponsorship. So thanks again to her. Kent Mays and Janet Harmon, at KDK Ranch have a really nice consignment and are sponsoring the event. Alex Dees is bringing a trailer load of cattle. And so she sponsored the event for the sale. And then Grant and Jane Miller at Double Deuce Longhorns are sponsoring. I'm working hard on the futurity sponsors this year, but some good responses so far this week. I talked about the bar sponsors, Seth and Lisa, who are both not only committed to being on the committee for 3 years, but also sponsoring an open full bar in Fort Worth for both Friday and Saturday night. And then the bronze sponsors, this year we have Dora Thompson and then Brian and Karen And I'm still working on getting a few more of those.
Nice. And then we don't want to forget about Kathy Palladini with Double K. And then Ken Harding and Tammy Tyner with Rafter H.
Right. Those are futurity sponsors. And like I said, I'm adding to those. So
Perfect.
still making phone calls.
Still be more.
And then
Okay.
Bull Alley, we touched base on.
Mhm.
Make sure we don't leave anybody out. Like I said, the Smiths at Cold Copper Ranch not only are sponsoring the event, but also Bull Alley with their bull Delta Lucky Ace. Mike and Katrina Lucas at Lucas Ranch, they're in sunny California, are bringing California Chrome LR. Michael and Elizabeth Fritz from Fritz Longhorns are bringing Happy 9. Scott Pace and Jason Hardy are bringing Gold Line 1, which is kind of exciting. He hasn't had semen available in several years, so they have heifer sex semen available, and they are not making conventional semen available. So, and he was recently AI certified with the association to be able to participate in Bull Alley. So that's kind of exciting. Hobo's Jeremiah, who I mentioned earlier. JD and Liz White are bringing JH Rural Blackout from Tucson, Arizona to participate in Bull Alley. The Freeman Jarnigan Partnership at J2 Ranch are bringing JH Rural Safari Sun to Bull Alley with heifer sex semen this year. The MC Hangin' Tough Partnership, the Stalls, the Lewises, the Jones, and the Terry and Tammy King are bringing MC Hangin' Tough. I just said that. And then Greg and Colette Smith are bringing Sniper. And they have all, not only are they bringing the bulls, but they're also sponsoring Bull Alley.
Nice. Very good. Lots of sponsors. So many.
Yep. This has been a fun year to call on people. A really fun year to call on people.
So let's talk about the sale a little bit.
Okay.
How many consignments are in the sale this year?
We have 79 lots, 82 animals.
Okay.
We have three pens of 2 heifers. Chris and Christina Clark are bringing some nice all-in BCB daughters. And then El Coyote Ranch has 2 pens of 2, 4 different bred heifers. Not sure if that's the right term, but all exposed to a bull named Sheriff ECR, who's the son of Brazos Rose Ranger. So that'll be fun to watch them sell. And then the rest are single consignments.
Nice. Do you have any other consignments you want to mention?
I've been through the catalog for the past 3 days since I got it, trying to look for something that stands out to bring up. And they're all standouts. I'm really excited. This process of starting with the consignment form and working through a spreadsheet and proofing a catalog, which the date on the cover is the wrong date. Sorry about that. I missed that one. I'll take the blame. It's November 13th, not the 14th. But I would be negligent if I didn't mention that I am really excited about all the consignments, but lot 54S, I think, is really special. We have Bucklehead BCB will be auctioned off at the Horn Showcase sale. And for those who don't know, he is the trophy steer of trophy steers. He swept his class last year with a measurement over 139 inches tip to tip. He broke the Guinness World Record in 2017. I think it was 2017. And I'm not familiar with all the details, but apparently a paperwork error has prevented him from being in the actual Guinness Book of World Records as the record holder. The Cindy and Brent Boland have stepped up, and they are coordinating an effort to resubmit the application for him to be included in the book. So they're working with the vets and the witnesses and everything that's involved. How am I missing that page? Anyway, so that's really exciting. I think it's going to be really exciting to watch. So if I can figure out how to do this by myself, I looked in horns under the awards tab for Bucklehead, and there's probably 20 first place banners or ribbons, I guess, from halter shows.
Nice.
And I'm betting 10 to 12 grand champion banners. And then as I look under the horn measurements tab, looks like he's been measured at 4 previous horn showcases since 2016. And it doesn't mention here whether he won or not, but I'm going to bet that he did, if I were a betting person. So that's probably one of the consignments I'm really looking for. There are just so many standouts.
Well, it
We'd
sounds
be
like
here
it'll be
till like 5 p.m. going through all of them. So
okay. Any subs or scratches that you want to mention?
lot 77 is a scratch.
Okay.
And then lot 25 and lot 42, both palpated open last week for their health papers. And so the Phillips have subbed them with 2 amazing 2020 heifers. RGF Dreamcatcher will be lot number 25, and RGF Outer Rim will be lot number 44.
Okay.
42, sorry, lot number 42.
So why have a futurity? Why are you having a futurity with the sale again this year?
Futurities are fun. They're a great way to bring breeders together to show off your program without actually having to consign them to a sale. And it's a great place to sit around with other breeders and critique each other's animals in I would say, a constructive environment. There are plenty of people who have participated in judged hosted futurities that'll be there that can point out major flaws or minor blemish. Well, I wouldn't say blemish, but opportunities in animals and how to correct it. And it's not necessarily saleable on the animal when you get home, but there are ways to improve upon deficiencies, I guess. And it brings a lot of people to the event. There's 275 animals, 280 animals will be in Fort Worth for the Horn Showcase, and 145 of those are competing in the futurity. So we've almost doubled our number of animals and entries by hosting the futurity.
Wow, it's quite a few.
It's a lot.
Nice
I'm
job.
excited. There's over 100 more animals this year participating in the Horn Showcase between Fort Worth and the satellites.
Wow, good for you guys.
Thanks.
So this year you're allowing class winners to be entered into the sale, correct?
Correct. Last year we had 2 class winners entered in the sale, and PCC Golden Sunflower ended up being our high seller at $19,500. This year we've gone a step further, and we have actually set aside 8 spaces for futurity winners to be added to the sale. And we will announce the class winners at the end of the sale, and then we'll go down and sort them by their point score and work our way through the top 10 and offer the owners the opportunity to add their animal to the sale, and then give them the option of which lot they would like to be.
Okay.
And so there's 8 of them. Starts with 8 and ends with 70F. Yeah, 8, 18, 27, 35, 50, 58, or 70.
Okay.
And they can make that choice. So hopefully we'll have another 2 or 3 class winners added to the sale.
So the Horn Showcase also has something, an award that is unique to the Horn Showcase. You want to tell everybody what that is and how that is going to work?
Yes, it's the Superior Animal Award. And we're taking advantage of the fact that there are official horn measurements, either tip to tip or total horn. And then our futurity judges are ranking the classes. And so in the past, there's been a formula utilizing some formula to determine a superior animal. And they took the top 3 horn measurements from an age group and matched them up with the top 3 animals in the futurity class. And then, like I said, it's a formula to determine who the Superior Animal Award winner was. And this year we've updated that so that it is a futurity class winner who has also won a bronze award in their measurement class. So they have to win both the bronze and their class in the futurity in order to be awarded the superior animal.
So will there be one for cows and one for bulls?
Well, it depends on how many animals win there. So technically, there could be 8. Well, there will be 18 class winners in the futurity.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how many of those animals win a bronze on Friday for the horn measurement will determine how many superior animals there are.
Okay, so there'll be multiple,
yes,
not just
yes,
one for cows. Okay, got it.
Correct. Sorry, I didn't explain that well. In years past, there have been 14 or 15 superior animal award winners.
Mm-hmm.
Of those, probably 5 or 6 have qualified based on our new criteria. 2 years ago, there was 15 superior animal awards, but only 3 animals won their futurity class and won a bronze
Okay.
for one of the measurements. So this new criteria will not only make it easier for everyone to figure out, but also will make the award, I think, much more prestigious for those who do win.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so let's move over to Bull Alley. If nobody's been to the Horn Showcase before, the Bull Alley is quite the event at
It is.
the Horn Showcase.
It is.
Lights go down, spotlights come on, music goes up.
Disco balls, crazy music, dancing girls. It's quite an event. It is a big Friday night in Fort Worth.
Yep. And so is the DJ Adam Clark going to be?
Adam will be there.
Nice.
And he is compiling the music selections for everyone, and we'll be checking out spotlight locations when he gets there on Thursday.
Nice. Anything else you want to mention about Bull Alley? Starts on Friday.
It does start on Friday at 6:30. We have 23 bulls entered this year. A wide variety of genetics. The October issue of the Trails magazine has a really cool promotional foldout that people can look at the 18 bulls who made the print deadline. And then we've had a few bulls that were entered after that, which will be available on not only the TLBAA website, but Hired Hand has made an event for Bull Alley that shows all 23 bulls, starting with Del Charo and working our way through Delta Lucky Ace. And if anyone is interested in ordering beforehand, they are more than welcome to call me or send me an email. And we'll get that order turned in, and then the office will contact them about their method of payment. So they can go ahead and buy away.
Was there any final remarks that you want to give about the event?
Just that I'm really excited that people have responded so well to, this is a big move from not only from Lawton, Oklahoma to Fort Worth, but also moving from the beginning of October to the middle of November. And I know that's a hardship for a lot of people who are much colder than 55 degrees right now. I've seen several pictures of snowstorms and anyways. So I'm really excited. And like I said earlier, we have over 100 more animals entered this year between the satellites and attending Fort Worth. So I'm really excited. The response has been great. I will continue to call upon potential sponsors. And one of the neat things about the Horn Showcase in regards to the sponsorship is that there's a lot of great events that take place every year and a lot of sponsorship opportunities for those events. But the Horn Showcase is the only event where the benefit of sponsorship is advertising for those events throughout the rest of the year. So sponsor the Horn Showcase and you have advertising and marketing opportunities for the Legacy Sale or Red Macomb Sale or the Texoma Spring Classic or the Strut Off Sale in the fall. So anyways, I think we're good. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I'm excited about this year's event. Really excited.
Well, perfect. And we hope to see everybody in Fort Worth.
Yep. We'll see y'all there.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Phil.
Thank you for having me again.
Of course.